From Parkway Bowl in the San Diego suburbs, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Marco Flores taking on Solomon Salama in the scratch division. That was a fifth frame shot by Marco. He leads by 1 pin in the match and will continue to do so if he converts that corner pin. High scoring day here at Parkway. My goodness, 300 games, 1 by Tim Hill and 2 by Ricky Pollum. But it's Super Survivor and 1 slip up and it doesn't matter how many 300s you have and you can be hitting the exits. And that happened to both of them, but Tim finishing nicely up in third. Ricky we lost a little while earlier. These are the 2 survivors. Solomon had to make quite a run to get here, while Marco has been near the top of the standings all day long. 3 bowlers remain in handicap. They're playing over to the right. The low score will finish third, and the top 2 there will go on to the title match. And win or lose, Solomon's got 1 more game to bowl because he's got to play Leo's Chin for the U17 title. It's all covering a lot of boards. That's no target zone. And a big old puddle and a whole lot of friction to the left for him, and the ball's not reading early, so he can chase it in a little bit. So he'll play the wider sweeping hook than you sometimes see him play. And as a result of that, 5th frame strike, we're all even. Good turnout. Thanks to John, Bill, a whole team here at Parkway for having us. A gigantic center, 68 lanes. A nice wide concourse. Why don't they make bowling alleys with concourses this wide everywhere? So delightful. 200 people in here and you can breathe. Oh, it's lovely. "21 titles to this incredible kid's credit. Sky's the limit, and whatever he feels like doing. Right now, he feels like striking. That's a double, and that's a lead. Whereas Solomon is a short guy who bowls two-handed and gets a lot of his power from his legs. Marco, a tall, lanky guy, and he develops a lot of power through that very high arm swing. So I'm in for Marco, much more of a rhythm game. Look how high. It's all in perfect position. You can't throw it any better than that. 2 titles to his credit. Knows how to do it. He used to have even more wrist motion at the top of the backswing, and in my opinion that wasn't a good thing. It's just hard to repeat when your wrist is going all over the place. It looks like he's lessened that somewhat. Other than that, same old Marco, same old strikes. Do I have a tied up again. Yes, sir. It's in the pit. All square. Good match for him. Wife of mine. Yeah, baby. Can you wait? Can you score? Jump over there. What's that? Do you have the pen as a donor? Right, where are you? Oh no! Wow. Just absolutely crunched the pocket. Executed well. Nothing bad to say about it except one of the equalizers of the ball and of a power game. Just a solid 10. Everything accelerates over the top and around. How does the pin not fall in that spot? Brutal. Oh. A bad break, but it keeps the match even through 7. What a showman. He's trying to entertain the crowd as well as everything else. He makes 100 out of 110 pins, and he decides to have the ball make a right angle turn at about 54 feet and just barely shaves the edge of that pin off. Crowd loves it. Solomon hates it. But either way, it's a spare on the board. My goodness. So much handicap over there, I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. So Tara's down there. finishing up the scores. Ah, that time he taps the 7 out. Good break, followed by that bad break. Showed you how much friction there was on either edge there. We think we bowled on a new kegel pattern called chromium today. I'm not 100% convinced it wasn't some alloy of chromium and not the actual thing, but who knows? You got to bowl on what's out there, and these guys sure lit it up. Very high cuts. The numbers in handicap for the survivors are kind of astronomical. Now, we'll talk more about them later. Right now, it's a big shot for Flores. One-game bowling matches are often a game of breaks. And so far in the breakometer, it's Solomon 0 and Marco 1. As Marco got a great break there, tripping the 6-8 out, and Solomon had that rotten break with that solid 10. Advantage Flores as we head into the 9th and 10th. We don't see him as often as some of our regulars. The kid's fearless. Gael, I hope you're enjoying your Six Flags. Dagger shot in the night. Let's look at the numbers. Salama can strike out for 257. 5-6. Marco going at a 247 pace, so still anybody's game here. 268 if he strikes out, but 247 9 spare strikes is what I mean by that. So very much anybody's game, but Salama has to throw some X's here. Look at how much better. I think it's the most hook I've ever seen him play. I don't say it's necessarily his A game, not like he has a B game. He's got an A, A2, A3 game. But that shot just hyper reacted, and it might cost him the tournament. Spare it up, never know. Uh-oh. On the plus side for Hayden, he's going to be great if he gets 23 in Powerball. If he just nails that 7 every time. Tricky spare, especially with that much friction. He got it. Well, he would have got it all over the place. Would somebody take it? Now they're mandatory. 237 with the strike. 456. 247 with the mark for Marco. So Solomon can still get this next hit before Marco to mark. Sorry. Low game is out in 3rd. Well, another ball that just turns right on Solomon, and he'll get a round of applause if he makes this, but he's not going to be happy about it, because either way, it's a respectable 225. That's barring a disaster from Marco. It's not going to be enough. Marco, it's up to you if you want to wait for that deadwood or go, but if you touch that deadwood, it's 0, so we've called it in. Yeah, I'll take the 2, yeah. Marco's electing to go here. That deadwood shouldn't cause a problem. It doesn't. Nothing's causing this guy a problem today. 10 more in the pit, now a potential 260. There's a 3-time JBT champion. A lot of depth on this tour. Yeah, you see Solomon, but quite a few number of guys come on up and win a tournament as well. There's another one. 257 there. What a great job. We're back with the handicap division title match. They're already in the 4th frame. We'll try and announce and get back in time.